Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I am here today with day 31 of Junk Journal January. I know, the last day. Can you believe it? I cannot. I don't think anybody can. I know there's like a group of us that have been like posting videos like every single day, and I don't think it went by so quickly. So it's a little bittersweet, I have to say, but we do have an amazing prompt, and that is letter. On the off chance that you're finding us on the last day of the project, there is a link in the description below to get the printables that I released to go along with this whole month. I think there's 5 weeks worth now, and you can just grab those by signing up at that link. Okay, so I'm gonna go over my plan with you guys here. I have to do one thing from yesterday too, because I was just like, I'll admit it, you guys, I am super tired. Like today, I just fell asleep. I'm just really tired. So like when I get to the end of the video, sometimes I forget to do stuff. So I'm going to add a charm to yesterday's spread, and then I'll also go over what I'm doing today. So here we go, right? I'm gonna grab the little charm that I missed out from under here. Okay, so here's this is the Hope It's the Thing with Feathers charm, and this was from my Tim Holtz little one of those little ideology packs, and I was just gonna pin this up here, pull that down, whoops, there we go, and then I just have that hanging on my edge now. I might add like maybe a little tassel or something on there, I don't know, let me know what you think. But I just thought it'd be nice to have that on there. It's possible I should wait up to the end of this, but you know. Okay, the other thing too I wanted to mention is I'm hopping pages. I think I'm gonna actually just put more fabric on this page. I did have some stuff left over, so I think I might just go back and add stuff to that so this isn't blank. I wanted to do a double page spread for today. I was like going back and forth, but I'm literally on the last spread of my journal. The next page this is the actual cover, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here and here, but this is likely gonna end up with a pocket on it, just because like I want to put like a few things in here from the month. Like I had my own my own calendar schedule, that I wrote out by hand for this month. I want to keep my like Junk Journal January paper thing that I use at the beginning of every video. So I'm gonna like put a few things like mementos from the actual process that I used. I have some sketches, like sometimes I'll do sketches for my layouts, like yay. So I have a bunch of these, so I have those. And so I figured I could just like use those last 2 pages with pockets to hold all those like memento type things that I wanted to include. Okay, so for today, these are my 2 pages, and I will tell you my ideas. You just saw my little sketch, so the little thing. Okay, so what I would like to do is, as many of you may know, I included in the free printables pack collage sheets with all the letters of the alphabet on them. There's 3 sheets in total, and they alternate between like a letter and like a design panel. So if you wanted to write your own letters, say for example, like if you wanted to handwrite, you could do that. If you wanted to handwrite on this one, all you need to do is put down a little bit of gesso or piece of tape, washi tape, anything, and then just write on top of that. So anyway, this is what was in the actual printable kit. Here's one of the other ones. I decided to print mine at 75% so I could get more letters on there. Because when I realized that while I love the big tiles, it's going to mean a lot less letters will fit, which is in the end how I decided to do a 2-page spread. So I have all my letters and the design tiles in here inked with tea dye, distressing. So, and then I have 2 encyclopedia pages that I actually ripped out of the encyclopedia because I wanted to do them completely. I don't. That's probably not in frame, but I just wanted to do them on actual encyclopedia paper. There is an encyclopedia paper included in the kit as well, and it kind of looks like this one. This is a piece of it. I used this one from the kit for something else. So I have these that I inked with vintage photo, splattered with some of that sheepskin paint, which is kind of like this really creamy, like really light, I guess cream with like a tinge of the, like just the absolute tinge of yellow. Okay, and I also, in addition to the tiles, I cut out a couple of butterflies. This is Tim Holtz. This is a steel roll die. And so you can see I also cut the butterflies out of this page as well. And so I have those if I want them. The die is called Butterfly Duo. It's old but great. And also same here, I did a whole bunch of hearts. The die for this one is called Heartfelt, and it just cuts out so many hearts. It's great. You pass it through one time and you get a whole bunch of hearts, all different sizes, all different shapes. So I cut these out of like 3 or 4 different papers. One of them was like this really pale cream color, so that if I wanted to stamp on it, I could. So I want to use those. I want to use those tiles. And then I embossed this stamp. Again, Tim Holtz. Do what you love what you do. Put that on there. I stamped this flower on this. The background on this is tea dye, and it's oxide. And I stamped the, this is an Allison Bomber stamp. By the way, I wanted to mention to you guys, her channel is called Words and Pictures, and it is so great. But she also has a series of stamps with Paper Artsy, where she's the guest designer, and all of her stamps are great. I love them. They pair perfectly with Tim Holtz. In fact, she frequently uses his stuff with her stuff on her channel, and so her channel is so inspiring. Okay, and then I just have a few other little bits and pieces here, just in case I want to, you know, add to my collage in any way. And I have some watercolor pencils, because we're just going to really quickly add a little bit of, I'm going to try to add some pink to this with Tattered Rose. I'm not sure like how great it's going to show up on top of the tea dye, so I may have to like go for a different color if this isn't pink enough. I'm all scarred from my way too pink of picked raspberry. That is still just, the paint will not come off, so it's mine forever. Okay, so I'm just gonna like just put a little bit of this Tattered Rose on here, on all these little flowers, just to give them like, I wanted them to be a little bit more pinky, but the tea dye may necessitate a darker color of pencil. And then I just have a water brush here. I need like a little, I was trying to be so prepared today, but like I need like a little palette here so I can get my like, oh, there we go. It might not be dark enough to, I can see it. I wonder if you, I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but I can see if I have something pinker here. Okay, now let's go ahead and glue down these two, and then I can start my actual collaging of the, I'm going to just glue the whole sheets down instead of messing around with like gluing half the sheet down, because I'm only going to, like, I want to cover up half of it and then put like the flower over some of it, and then I have trim and to separate the sections. So yeah, so I just want to put this whole piece down so that the whole thing is covered, and then go on top of that. This paper too, the one that, this one side here, is not like, I think it's just regular copy paper. I must have messed up when I printed and printed it on the wrong paper. So it's like the only one in the whole thing. The rest of it's all printed on 32 pound, like the premium HP paper, which is, I find to be pretty sturdy overall. You know, even though it's a lighter weight paper, I don't always want cardstock pages because they're too thick. Because once I get to them, you know, I'm going to add like 3 or 4 layers to every page. So I want to make sure that it's not going to be too thick to begin with. Okay, just need a bone folder for this. Make sure we're getting in there. Okay, so let's do this side. Okay, just to make sure there's plenty of glue on there. This stuff's pretty sticky though, so. But I know that I'm going to put, oh my god, did I wrinkle that? Oh boy. You probably won't be able to notice. Okay. This is nice because it already has texture on it from the paint. So, alright. I'll do a quick trim on my edges here. See if this is good. It's weird how it looks so totally different now. Okay, there's my other clip. Okay, so now what I need to do is start my letter collaging. So basically what I probably want to do is work out my spacing for my pages. So I have this for this side, and I want to make sure I can get pretty much the whole thing on here. So one side is going to have this. I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to try to slide this out. And I will make myself a little pencil line. I don't know where my pencil is. That's grand. Okay, looks like I'm going to be using this colored pencil here. Okay, so I'm going to do this one here. So I'm going to collage down to this line with the letters on this side, and then I will balance this out here on this side, and I'm going to collage the large part of this page with the letters on this side. So that's going to be my like general guideline. I don't know if I'm going to stick to it. But I'm just going to go ahead and just go down the the whole side here with the letters, and I'm gonna glue this here. I hope this is a good decision here. Let's hope. and now I guess I can add anything else later that I would like to have. Okay, I'm just going to put these letters all back in this little container, and that way I will be able to grab them if I need them. Okay, now we're going to work on our flower, or berries, or whatever. I think that's pretty dry right now. The color kind of seeped through to the back, but that's okay. Because I think I'm going to have to cut this down. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to cut it pretty close, but it's going to also leave me with some cool paper to use for something else. I'm worried I got some distress ink on my, or some oxide on my distress ink pad. But I guess that's not gonna be the end of the world. Okay, so I have this, and I need to decide what's going where. I'm gonna have to switch to tea dye, or not tea dye, vintage photo for this one, so that I don't even know, this might not even be dark enough. Okay, so I have that, I have this, and I have my trim. Which I really like. This is like, I don't actually know what this is called, but it's like woven. I think I could go across the page. Yeah, I could do that. All right, let's get ourselves some glue and glue this down. And then I'll have to cut it because I think it's going to be too much for my poor spine to take if I don't cut it. Or maybe not. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of not cutting it. Let me see if I can use this to kind of hold that down. Let's try it. I can always go with a knife afterwards. Of course, those are probably famous last words, right? Okay, scissors. Oh shoot, I'm gonna clip this. I just have to get it cut. I just want to make sure it has plenty of give here. It sucked up all that glue for real. Okay. Okay, so I'll get some extra clips. Because I still need to clip this page down. This really only has to clip down to this here. Okay. All right, so I have my stamped image. I have my butterflies. I think I will have to go darker on these. Make sure I'm getting the right you know what? I just realized this is like more than one, like they're just stuck together because I cut them all at once. That's the nice thing about the steel roll dies. You can put like 3 pieces of paper in there and get triple the butterflies for your effort. Is that too white is the question for this spread. If this is not the right color, I'll put the vintage photo in here. Sometimes you can just kind of just slightly take off the shine of the white, you know? This is probably better, yeah. I wonder, can you emboss twice? Like once with the white and then put like a embossing glaze over it? I have never tried this. But maybe it's going on the list. Okay, so this, okay, what does this need? It needs some extra stuff on it. Okay, I'm gonna use another one of Allison's stamp sets, which is, she's the same designer that did this one. And I'm just gonna use these like text and number bits, I think, to add a little bit of texture to this background, so that it, you know, it's a little bit, it's got like something else going on, right? Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go with vintage photo for this. There's a couple more on here I'm gonna grab too. All right, I'm gonna use, oh yeah, I'm gonna use vintage photo in archival. I tell you, these mini guys are super handy. Okay, let's decide where we want this one. Oh, we needed a piece of paper underneath us here. them all. Okay. So we're gonna go up in the top corner with this. Okay, I think I got a little carried away on my stamping, but hopefully, I mean, I guess this could be a good illustration of like how valuable a stamp can be in terms of like, it could create a focal image, but it can also be used to create a background, right? And a completely unique background that no one else has ever used or seen. So, I don't know, I feel like stamps are like definitely, they are definitely like a tool that you invest in, right? And there's also like a lot of different options out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, right? Like Tim Holtz sells these ones that are like, which is one of the ones that I used in this was like this butterfly. It comes in a little set like this, and it has a stencil and it has the stamps and it has a sentiment. Like I'm considering using these hearts as well because they kind of go with, like, I have hearts to use on this. So, I mean, these are, you know, those are a good option too because you get everything together, right? And then also I have, okay, so I have some leftovers from yesterday that I was going to pull out too that I just thought were potential for incorporation into this spread as well. I'm going to cut this color off because I don't really feel that one. But yeah, I have like a little, like I keep a little separate scrap drawer of just the fabrics. Because I'm not really sure, like, I'm not sure what this is going to need for like a background. So I'm just going to play around for a second here, and probably I should put lids on my stamps because I am real good at setting down my journal in an open stamp pad. So, oh, I also have the option of some texture paste too. So yeah, so we got a bunch of different options here. Oh, I have like this butterfly too. I have Do What You Love, which I kind of really want to get in there. Because it's kind of my theme of this spread, I guess, in my head. I don't know if it's like explicit by my design here, but I don't think that fabric is a real good one for us. I also need to make this look a little bit more raggedy. Or is raggedy the right word? Probably not. It needs to look like more like it matches the rest of the spread, which my only worry about this here is that like the font is too modern, but this is not modern, so I don't know if I'm off the mark on that one. But I thought if I just like junked it up a little and incorporated it with something else, I could make it work. All right, so I'm just taking a couple of these out. Oh, I have a little butterfly scrap. Oh, yay. And I have that one. So these are some good options for me here. this is the last spread of Junk Journal January 2025, and the prompt for this one was letter. Hopefully I got a lot of letters in here, and I think I kind of like, I don't know if I did two different spreads with the same colors or what, but I feel like this one ended up being very minimal and this one ended up being very maximal. There was more thinking in this than I thought I was going to need to do. It's just a lot of thinking, I guess, and I don't always think and talk well, which is why I sometimes, speed you up a little bit through some of these parts where I'm like collaging or stamping, because they're kind of slow in real life, but so like, it's better to speed it up so you can kind of get to the end product and see that, how it turns out. For this here, I ended up doing a bunch of stamping around the edges, which for me is really demonstrates the value of a stamp. I used multiple, I used the stamps that I used on this border here multiple times on here. So, like, none of them, like, I repeated them, I used them over and over, I just turned them around, used different parts of them, stuff like that. And you can really extend the life of a stamp set by doing that. But it really shows you, like, look, I can create my own background if I have stamps. I can add to a digital, like, it's really nice to have a paper already that's got color on it, and then you can just stamp on it. That's what, I think sometimes the power of like digitals are, like, you can just print those pages and you can use one background and make like tons of different little pieces of ephemera for your journal. And you can customize them to you and to your taste and to your style, by using the stamp sets. But I digress. This one, got a little bit crazy, but like, I had so many hearts, so why not use them, right? But, anyway, this is my spread, and I really wanted to kind of end my journal, and like, I started it out on hope, and it looks like I'm ending it on love. So I think that is, it's pretty good, for Junk Journal January. I hope you guys, got some inspiration and enjoyed watching this video. I also hope that you enjoyed the series in general and that you had fun, and even if you didn't do every day, who cares? If you did 4 days, great. That's like, sometimes that's all you can do. And sometimes that's all I can do. It's like, for this, I really it was a goal. I had to really carve out a lot of time for this. My kids were great. My dogs have suffered. They've spent less time outside than usual. They're going to be super excited tomorrow. But they've been really, really great. And I've just been really lucky to do this. So I'm very thankful that you guys were happy to join, and I am just blown away by the Facebook group about your, the creativity, the beautiful pages you guys have posted, the amount of pages you guys have posted, it's been amazing. So, what a great way to kick off the year. So, thank you very much for joining me for this video, for this project. And I look forward to all the amazing and creative things that we are going to do in the rest of 2025. If you would please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, I would be very grateful to you. And I guess I won't see you tomorrow, but I definitely will see you on Monday with a new free ephemera project. Thank you guys so much.